Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you? This is the attorney, Arkady Frekhtman. How are you doing?
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Frekhtman. How you doing, sir?
Oh, everything is good.
I saw you on the video and the web.
No, thanks for watching. Yeah, I appreciate that. So tell me what happened to you. You had an accident? What were the facts?
Well, what happened is that 2023, I was coming from Union City, and I have an accident. I was driving a Sprinter van, and another van, Ford van, ran into my truck, into my van. The guy cut me off and hit my van.
Did he hit you from the side? Did he change lanes, cut you off? And
Changed lane and come into my lane. Cut me off.
What part of your van was hit? What part of the van?
The passenger side.
I guess he cut you off from the right side, to hit the passenger side?
Yes.
And then how much was the property damage to fix your van?
Good question. This was about $8,000.
And then what type of injury did you sustain after this accident?
MRI and some other stuff.
Right. Yeah, but everybody does that. Everybody, who gets into an accident goes and does like physical therapy, MRI. So I already know that. What I'm saying is like, what was the medical diagnosis that they gave you? Like, basically what's your injury? Kind of the doctor should tell you, not right away, but probably maybe like 6 months later.
Right. Well, he said at the time he said I have a compact disc. He sent me to different doctors take different days. Say I have a compact disc and I have to do surgery. Actually, I went to another doctor. After I tried to go to the other doctor, then he said the same thing, I got to do surgery.
Let me ask you this. Did they say what type of surgery you have to do?
He says I got to do back surgery.
Okay. Was it a fusion?
Fusion, yes.
Oh, a fusion. Did he say what levels?
So it is L3, L4, L5, L6, L7.
Well, there is no L6, L7. Well, maybe you mean C? Like, was it the neck or the lumbar? Because the lumbar is the lower back. It ends at L5. Then there's S1. That's the sacrum. That's the last one. But the C, the neck, that has like 6, 7.
Well, I don't know them different. I can tell you the numbers.
No. But do you know whether they operated on your neck or on your lower back?
Both.
Well, we could check. We could look at the operative reports. We could check that. So you did both. You did fusion for your neck and fusion for your lower back?
Yeah, and my upper back. He didn't do for my lower back. Well, maybe it did, but it's a big cut from my neck, from the back of my neck back, go down into my back.
Oh, that's crazy. That's pretty invasive. Yeah. And how old are you now? What's your age?
I'm 69 years old.
Okay, and this happened in 2023, you said, right?
Yes.
What was the date exactly when it happened? The date of the crash?
September 15.
Right. And which city did it happen in?
This happens in Newark, New Jersey, close to the airport.
Oh, okay. And where do you live? Do you live in New Jersey as well?
In Livingston, yes.
Livingston, okay. And what about the defendant? Does he live in New Jersey too?
No, that vehicle is from Pennsylvania.
Was the defendant like a company, or was it just an individual driving this? You said he also had a van.
No,
right?
It was a company. The person who was driving for a company. It was a company van.
Do you know what kind of company it was?
A commercial company. It's on the report. That.
Do you know how much insurance that company has? Has your lawyer told you how much insurance there is?
Well, they insured with Chubb.
Chubb? Okay, Chubb is good. But did they say how much? Is it $1 million, or how much the coverage is?
I don't know.
And who's your attorney? Which law firm is representing you? And let me ask you this: why are you not happy with them? Like, what are they doing that you're not happy?
When I look at your video, I went for a deposition, and the deposition I went for, I only got 15 minutes. It's only 15 minutes.
You mean for the prep? They prepared you for 15 minutes?
Not even 15 minutes.
But you're talking about the prep, not the deposition itself, right? The deposition itself is probably longer than 15 minutes.
No. The deposition is longer than 15 minutes. The prep.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's not good.
15 minutes.
That's not good. I've never heard of this firm. I'd have to do some research on them, but I could research them. And then, do you know who your attorney is? So what stage is the case in? Has your lawyer already taken the deposition of this Ford van, the driver of the Ford van, the defendant? They've done defendant's deposition too?
No, he said, oh, okay. I didn't. You gotta let me tell you everything. The driver didn't have a license. He have an expired license, and he got a summons for that and dispatch. So he says to me, I went for this deposition last week, Wednesday, I think, Tuesday. And I did the deposition, and I heard he say that he's going to do a deposition on that driver. But I have State Farm insurance. At the time, they was 100% responsible for the accident.
The other guy, right? Not you.
Yes.
Well, you still have to do depositions because whatever the insurance determines, that doesn't apply to the case. That's just for their own internal determinations. You know, they could determine, I could determine they're at fault, they could determine I'm at fault. It doesn't matter, right? Everything is open. That's why you go to a jury and you have a trial, and then whatever the jury decides, that's going to be the final say. You know, the insurance internal determinations, like Geico says, oh, we're going to take 100% liability, doesn't mean anything. Then they could say, you know, before you file a lawsuit, they could say, I'm Geico, I'm going to take 100% liability. Once you file the lawsuit, you know, if they haven't actually filed a stipulation and taken the liability, it's all open. It's whatever the jury does. The jury could find that the other guy was at fault, you know, or 50-50 or anything, right? So it's not binding. So what stage is the case in now? Do you have a trial date, or what's the stage?
I don't have a trial date, and I don't know if there's going to be a trial because I don't know if there's going to be a trial because the guy told me, the attorney says he wants $1 million. I don't know if he's going to be for me or for the whole case. Now,
Well, you got to find out how much coverage there is first, because look, if there's like 5 million in coverage, Chubbs writes a lot of excess policies. If this is an umbrella, if there's like $1 million with a 5 million excess and there's like 6 total, you don't want to just get $1 million. If you had, you're saying one of the surgeries was like C3, I mean 4, 5, 6, 7. That's crazy. That's like a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5-level fusion. If you had a 5-level fusion, that's worth way more than $1 million. That's worth like 5 million. You know, that's a major.
So
you got to find out. The first question is how much insurance they have. You know, that's the first question.
I don't know that part of the what kind of insurance they got.
You could just ask your lawyer. Why wouldn't he tell you?
No, I didn't ask him. No,
just ask him. Just ask him. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You should ask him. You should find that out, because if there's a lot of insurance and he's only going for $1 million, that's a huge red flag right there, because there's like 5 million in insurance. This guy's only going for $1 million. If he's only going for $1 million, he's not going to get $1 million. He's going to get like 400,000. You know, they don't give you what you ask for. That's the whole thing. They want you to demand, like beg, oh, please give me money. And if you ask for $1 million, they'll give you like 400, 500. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give you $1 million just because you ask for $1 million. If you want $1 million, you should ask for like 4. Then maybe you'll get $1 million. But like that's the old way of negotiating. That's all the demand, and I don't like that. I just like to say, look, it's worth X. It's worth like 5 million. Pay me the 5 million. You have 30 days. If you don't, that's fine. But then we're going to a jury, and in front of a jury, we're not going to ask for 5 million anymore. We're going to ask for 8. And if they give us 8, what are you going to do? Because you don't have it. All you have is 5, right? So then your policy is going to be open. Your policy holder is going to be exposed. The company is going to be exposed. Their assets are going to be exposed. So I really put them in the corner, and then they pay me, you know, more. Like they'll pay the 5, or they'll pay as much as possible. That's the best way to do it. That's more aggressive, you know. But a lot of people don't do it that way. It sounds like these guys are definitely, if they're only going for $1 million, they're definitely not doing it that way. So anyway, but yeah, I'm happy to help you. So what are you looking to do? Do you want me to help you maybe find someone else to help you with the case? Or you're saying you're not happy with these guys, or what would you like to do?
From where I see the case, I don't know. I signed the contract with the attorneys from the first time I spoke to them.
Yeah, that's okay though. The way that works is like if you sign a contract with one attorney, it just means that they're your attorney now, but it's completely freedom of choice. Just like, you know, you buy a Pepsi, but tomorrow you want a Coke. So you know what? You don't drink the Pepsi, you get the Coke. It's like the same thing. You go to one doctor and you think this is a good doctor, but then you find another doctor, you're like, well, this doctor is much better. So then you just go to the second doctor. It's like you have complete freedom of choice. You don't have to stay with that lawyer if you don't want to. I mean, you know, just because you signed the contract just means that you're giving him the power to be your lawyer now. But all you have to do is sign a substitution of attorney, and then you substitute another attorney, and then now the second attorney is your attorney. I'm in New York, but I know a bunch of excellent attorneys in New Jersey. I could find the local counsel there and do the case with them together. You know, and I'm probably.
I heard your voice, the same voice I heard, and on the YouTube, so I know exactly it is you. Now, if you find me an attorney in New Jersey, I would like you to make sure you're familiar with the case and that's the right person who can deal with the case. I don't know if I'm going to a trial or not. I don't know. I kind of know that
Yeah, but the one thing you have to do is just ask this attorney. Maybe you could. How do you communicate with him? Do you email him? Do you call him? How do you communicate with this attorney?
I call him or email him.
Yeah, so call him or email, whatever's easier. Just ask him how much insurance there is for the defendant and whether they have excess or umbrella. Just find that out. You know what that is? Excess or umbrella. It means like whether there's primary insurance. The primary could be $1 million, but then there could be other layers like excess, umbrella, supplemental, concurrent, or any other policy other than the primary. You see. So if there is, it could be a much bigger case. You want to know that because like if I try to find a lawyer, the issue will be that the case is already far along. Your deposition has been done. Possibly this Pennsylvania Ford van's driver's deposition is already done or is about to be done. So the new lawyer is going to receive, not that much for their work because the first lawyer is going to say, well, I did all this work. I want a lot of big chunk of the fee. Because, it doesn't, just so you understand, it doesn't affect you. Like, for example, if the case settles just as an example for $1 million, you get about $666,000, right? 2/3. Now the 1/3 gets shared by the lawyers. That's about 300 something thousand, right? So if the first lawyer did all this work for, since 2023, that's like over 2 years, almost 3 years. So if he does that, 23, 24, 25, he does all this work, and then he's going to say, well, I want out of the 300, I want like, 250, I want like 275. And then the new lawyer is going to get like, 20K. He's going to like, I don't want to come into a case and do all this work and do a trial, and I'm only going to get like 20K. He'd rather just take a fresh case, an accident that happened today, and then he'll get the full 300. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that easy to find a new lawyer, but I'll work on it for you if that's what you want. I'll try to find someone. But that's why you should see if there's more insurance, because if there is more insurance, like for example, if there's 5 million and this guy's only going for $1 million, well, then we can make an argument this guy's underselling the case. So if we get a good lawyer, a real trial lawyer, I could do the case with him or her. We go to court and boom, and then we could get more value. Then we could say, okay, you get whatever off the $1 million, but we got 5, so we get the rest because we that's what we did. You weren't even asking for that. You would have never gotten this, right? You didn't even want this. I've had that happen so many times in cases. I just had that happen on a case in Manhattan.
At the surgery, I think the surgery is, I'm not sure, but I believe the surgery already paid for, and it was about 4 million paid into it. The hospital get about 400,000.
400,000 for the surgery?
400,000. No, 2 million for the surgeon.
2 million? No, it can't be that much. Yes. Just for one surgery?
Yeah, 900 and something at 1,001, and 900 and something at 1,000 the other one. So
I never heard of anything like that. Usually a surgery like a fusion is like 100,000, maybe 150.
No.
One surgery can't cost like 900,000. That doesn't cost that much.
No, it's 2 million one way.
2 million? How did you find that out? Who told you that?
It was on like I told you, he was preparing me for the deposition. And while I was reading the paper, I see a chart in there, and I believe that was what the doctor get paid.
Maybe you confused it. It could be your future medical expenses for the rest of your life. That could be 2 million, but I don't think the doctor could get 2 million for one surgery.
Seems like that's what they get already. What does it take for me if I need to go to trial? What do I tell this attorney that we need to go to trial because there's not enough money we get?
Well, I mean, here. What do you mean? Well, if you want to stay with him, you just tell him you want to go to trial. But if you get a new attorney, you don't have to tell this attorney anything because this attorney won't be representing you. You'll have the new attorney representing you, and the new attorney will be like a real trial attorney. So they'll want to go to trial. If there's, if it makes sense, like if there's only $1 million and there's no excess and they're already giving you the $1 million, then it probably doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
Not giving us nothing. That's what he says. That's what he wants.
No, why would they not give you anything? Like, what's their argument? Has he explained the issues with the case? Maybe there's some other issue we haven't talked about.
That's not what I'm saying. I don't say he's not giving me nothing. He said that's what he's going for. But I don't understand what he's saying when he said he wants $1 million. I don't know.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I don't. It's hard for me to say. If you don't understand something, you should just ask him to clarify because you're the client, so you want to understand everything. It's your case,
That was after I'd done the deposition, man. I was kind of pissed off that he didn't prepare me for it.
Yeah, that's a big red flag. They should have prepared you. You can't not prepare especially a case like that. You can't not prepare at all. That's crazy. 15 minutes. That's not a 15-minute case. I mean, yeah, if you had like a little, fender bender and it was like a 5 mile an hour fender bender and you said my back hurts, you have a little contusion, that could be a 15-minute, but not like a case like this with 2 surgeries. Because especially in New Jersey, when the deposition's going to go. So like he knew, 2-3 months before, so he could have scheduled like 1 prep, 2nd prep, 3rd prep, got you really prepped. You would have done an amazing job, and it would be better. But it's. So how did your deposition go? Were you happy with the result, or I mean, like what did he say after the deposition?
Well, I really don't even know what I was asked. The regular question, what I'm saying, like, what was I feel like, after surgery, what it makes me can do, but I couldn't remember everything. Like I need to know exactly a complete list. It wasn't like you need to rush into things that you have to find to tell him that you can't do again. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, well, that's okay. You could always supplement that. You're gonna get your transcript, and then you could like supplement. You could add. It's called an errata sheet. ERRATA, errata. So you could add more stuff and say like, well, I forgot about this. You can't really change your answer. I mean, you can, but then they'll read both the original and the change. But you can supplement. You could say, I didn't like I told you I can't like run, but I also can't sit for a long time, and I also can't stand for a long time, and I also have trouble going downstairs. You could add a few things but yeah, it's better to just be prepared the first time and do a better job. How long ago was your deposition?
Tuesday.
Oh, you mean it was just last week? Oh, it was just last week. Yeah, so you could do an errata. You have I think 60 days. Well, you don't even have the transcript yet because it just happened. So you'll get the transcript.
I don't have nothing yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's also strange that why did it take 2 years just to get to your deposition? I mean, what was he doing from 23 until now just to get to deposition? It took more than 2 years.
Well, I was going through therapy and all of that stuff. The surgery, I did the surgery last year.
Okay.
I did the surgery last year, in May last year, and after that I was doing therapy. Before that I was doing therapy to see if it will work on all of that, and they say I have to do surgery. So it's kind of about the wrong time where they have the deposition correct. I would say it's quick to how they call it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm talking to you now to find out where do I need to go with this case. If this is something that you can take from.
Yeah, I mean, well, I have to do it with a New Jersey lawyer, because I'm not admitted in New Jersey, but I know a bunch of New Jersey lawyers. Let me reach out and see who's the best for this kind of case. But I know a few good New Jersey lawyers. And do you know where he filed the lawsuit? Was it in Newark, or was it in what court or what county?
You know what I'm saying? I get a text from the one of the office, and it does not look like it filed in Newark at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not.
So you don't know where it is? It's not. Is it in federal court or in state court? Okay, I'm just asking because if the defendant is from Pennsylvania, it could be in federal, right? Because it's different states. That's called diversity jurisdiction. If you're in New Jersey but the defendant is in Pennsylvania, it's diversity. It's 2 different states. They could remove it to federal court, which is much more conservative. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out once we look into it. But I would definitely ask your lawyer just like how much insurance the defendant has, just excess plus umbrella, just total insurance available. Let me work on it. We'll figure all this out. Okay. But I hope you feel better. And, if you have any other questions, just text me. I'm happy to do another call, or I could answer you. I'll text you the information to ask your lawyer. It's really quick. You just ask them like one sentence email, and I'll work on everything. Okay. All the best to you. All the best. Okay. I'll talk to you very soon. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.